Right, are any of you guys familiar with the term balance patch? Okay, I don't expect you to be. A lot of you don't know this about me, but in my younger years, I was a pro esports athlete, traveling the world, competing in video games. And I did this for a long time, made some good money, made a lot of friends. And I'm still a part of the scene today. A lot of my friends who are full-time athletes today, I still talk to regularly. So it's an incredible rush, a crazy time. One thing that scared the hell out of us when we were pro players, trying to become the best, trying to win the biggest tournaments in the world, was balance patches. Now, balance patch is when the publisher decides that the meta isn't balanced and, you know, certain characters are too strong, certain strategies are too broken, and they need to nerf what is dominant in that current meta. And that can often be something related to your character. So I've seen entire character classes nerfed into oblivion and strategies taken out of competence just from a balance patch being released overnight. Today, my friends who are full-time pro athletes, they really get scared when they hear there's a balance patch coming because they know it's going to change the way they have to play the game. Okay, why am I talking about this? Digital transformation and business in general today, there's a similarity in the way AI is impacting them from a balance patch perspective. It's changing industries and the world in such a significant way that it feels like when I used to have balance patches released on me as an esports player. So if you look at SEMrush, for example, the SEO market, right? Back then, well, not even back then, last year, you know, search engine optimization was all about searchability, traditional search. Suddenly with the boom of AI, you're seeing that this form of search is somewhat nerfed. Now you need to be visible across a multitude of different platforms, a multitude of different outcomes, and the LLM search result is just as important, if not more, than the traditional search result. And I think there was a prediction that by 2028, you know, the AI search visibility is going to outgrow or be more important than the traditional search visibility. Now, SEMrush acquired Datos and they stayed ahead of the game. Now they've got strong AIO, AEO visibility. So well done to them for adapting. But that was a balance patch, essentially. They had to adapt to it. Another one we're seeing is in the energy sector, so in the grid management sector. We're seeing huge surges in energy consumption off the back of all these prompts that we're doing on LLMs, right? As a result, you're seeing companies like Dominion Energy in Northern Virginia. It's like world's largest data center capital. They're recording like record high long-term contracts just to keep the AI servers humming, right? This again, this energy consumption is like a balance patch being released. And as a company, they're now opportunistically capitalizing on that. So, you know, balance patch can work in your favor too. In this situation, we're seeing exactly that. And you're seeing smaller companies like Gridware, Enline, Mercury Computers launching, you know, opportunistic things that can capitalize upon whether it's energy optimization or maybe even be an alternative grid management system within that space. All of this is changing. And then from a stock market perspective, how can you as an investor capitalize on AI and where it's going? I think this energy side comes into play as well, because if you look at energy consumption and how it's impacting businesses, a smart thing to do if you saw this coming would be to invest in some of these businesses that are going to likely see uptick in revenue off the back of this energy inflation that we're seeing. So there's tons of balance patches being released by AI and so many companies being impacted across a multitude of different industries, roles, titles, so forth and so on. What's important, I mean, why am I saying all this? What's important for you guys to remember is, I'm not saying I've been there because esports isn't exactly the same thing, but a balance patch or a release or a sudden change in a constantly changing world is something we always have to be ready to adapt to. So I think the biggest players, the biggest winners are going to be the ones that see the change early and make the adaptation fast and capitalize. Honestly, I don't know who those players are going to be, but I'm pretty excited to find out.